Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Ronnie Show. This is episode 2 of July. This is July 6th, 2020. So, the topics we'll be talking about, since our game's probably going to take most of our time, we're only going to do the Would You Rather, and then Wheel of Fortune, of course. That's our new game, Wheel of Fortune, that we're going to be playing. Now, Would You Rather? Here's the Would You Rather question of the day. Would you rather be in jail for 5 years or be in a coma for a decade? Abby said that she would rather choose being in jail because she would not want to wake up having everything be totally new to her. Now, I completely understand. That's why I would rather be in jail too, pretty much. But at least I'm alive if I'm in jail for 5 years, because if you're in a coma, you're basically pretty much dead for 10 years. But, well, not exactly dead. Like, you're still alive, but you're not, like, part of the world, or, you know what I mean. So, now what we're going to be doing is that we are going to be playing Wheel of Fortune! And we're going to be playing that right after these commercial breaks. Don't go away. Welcome back, everyone, to the Ronnie Show. So, what we're going to be doing now is that we're going to be playing Wheel of Fortune. Now, since I don't have my actual wheel, I was actually going to use one on my phone right here. That, one that digitally, right? Well, my phone really isn't that close to is kind of far away from the Wi-Fi since I'm filming in my garage, so the Wi-Fi is not the best. But we're gonna do it. Okay, we're just gonna do it. What we're going to do, since the toss-ups at the beginning of the show start at our total are $3,000. We added $3,000 to our total, so that's how much we have. Now, what we're going to be doing, since we don't have a wheel, since this is round 1, each letter that's in the puzzle will get $250 for. Vowels will cost half of that, $125. So usually it's $250, but since some of the puzzles might be kind of long, we're just going to keep it at $250 for the game. Each letter we get in the puzzle, so yeah. By the way, I have the solutions right here in my hand. Oh, by the way, this back puzzle is not what the puzzle is, okay? So, ignore the back side of it. Well, you really won't be able to see it, but whatever. And then whatever we win in this game, we will add it to the jackpot, which is so far at $687,540. So, let's quit the chatting and let's get to this game. The category is a person. I'm going to start out with an S. And there are 4 S's up there. So that's $250 per consonant. So that's $1,000 that we have. Let's guess an N, and there are 2 N's. So that's another $500 added onto the total. Now, I think it's a good time that we start buying some vowels. I'm going to start out with an E, and there are 2 E's in the puzzle. Sorry if you can't see it. If that light wasn't as glary, if this Kansas City sign was moved over, or actually, can you move it over? No, it's not. It's just like that forever. If that sign wasn't in the way, you may be able to hear this. Or in the way of the light, you may be able to see this perfect. So that you can play along. Okay, so we guessed an E. So we'll subtract $125 from our score, giving us a total of $1,375 so far. Now, I think we should buy another vowel. We're going to guess an I, and there are 2 I's. Remember, the category is a person. So, 1250, we're going to guess a consonant this time to start filling up the board. I'm going to guess D, and there's a 1D. No. Now, when I say 1D, I'm not talking about One Direction, okay? It's just that the D is in the puzzle. We'll guess an R next, and there are 2 R's, so that's $500 added back onto the total. I think it's the perfect time that we start buying some more vowels. I'm gonna guess an A. There's one A, and then I'm gonna guess the last vowel, and that's an O. So we subtract total $125 for each. That's $250. Right now we have $1,750. Let's keep winning some more money because it's only at $1,750. I feel like we should get some more money. There's a chance of $1,000 here. So yeah, I'm gonna guess a C. There's one C. I'm gonna guess an L. There's an L. I'm gonna guess a P. There's one P. And I'm gonna guess a T. And there's one T. So in that round total, we banked $2,750. We're gonna add that to our to the 3,000 we started out with. We have a total right now of $5,750. Coming up next, we'll be doing our constants will be worth $500, and vowels will still cost $125. Okay, we'll be right back. Don't go away. Welcome back, everyone, to the show. We have our next puzzle up here. The category is fictional characters. Now, consonants will be worth $500. We'll still have vowels at $125. So, let's start with N. Oh, by the way, the category is fictional characters. Let's start with an T. There's one T, $500. Let's buy an E. There are 3 E's up there on the puzzle. Right here and right there. So that's $125 subtracted from our score. We now have a total of $375. Let's guess another letter, and that will be an N. There's an N up there. That's worth $500. We have a total of $875. Let's buy a vowel. We're going to guess the last of the vowels, which is an I. So I'll subtract $125 from the score. That's up to $750 we have. Let's do an R. There's one R. It's worth $500. So we have $1,250. We're going to add on to that $1,250 by guessing an H, and there's one, so that's $1,750 we have. Our next letter we're going to call is an M. There's one M, so we now have $2,250. Let's guess a B. There's one B. Let's guess a D. That's one D. We'll guess a C. There's one of those. And then we'll guess the last letter, an L. 3 blind mice. That's what it is. That round we racked up $4,250. And when we add it to our $5,750, we are at an even $10,000. When we come back, consonants will be worth $1,000. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show, everyone. By the way, this is our final puzzle. The category is a phrase. It's a prize puzzle, which basically what that means is that at the end, there's a prize related to the puzzle. Now, since the toss-ups, now that they got the triple toss-up, each one's worth $2,000. So when we times it by 3, we get $6,000. So we're going to add $6,000 to my calculator, giving us a total of $16,000. Now, vowels will be worth, or they're still worth $125, which is half of $250. Each consonant will be worth $1,000 apiece this round. The category is a phrase. Now, of course, it's a prize puzzle. So let's start getting some letters up there on the puzzle. Let's start with an R. There are 2 R's. So that's $2,000 already. Let's get one of the vowels out of the way. An E. There are 6 E's up there in the puzzle. Okay, we're good. 1875. Let's guess an H. There are 2 H's. So that's another $2,000. $3,875 is what we have so far. Let's see here. Let's buy the last vowel, which is an A. There are 2 A's. So we'll subtract $125 from the score. So we have $3,750. Let's guess our next letter, which is D. There are 2 D's up there on the puzzle. So that's an extra $2,000. We have $5,750. Let's guess next a Y. There are 2 Y's up there. So that's another $2,000. $7,750 is what we're at. Let's guess a T, actually. Not buy a T. That's another $2,000. And then we'll guess the last letter, which is a W. That's the last letter in the puzzle. Hey, Dad, are we there yet? That's what the puzzle is. It's a classic one for Wheel of Fortune. They've had different variations in all the board games they've had. I don't know about the real version of the show, but I've seen this phrase in like every single board game I have of Wheel of Fortune. So the prize puzzle was a trip to London. It's worth $10,337. So we're going to add that to our $10,750 we racked up. $21,087 we racked up that round. When we add it to our $16,000, gives us a grand total of $37,087 worth of cash and prizes, which is pretty good. So we're going to come back and we're going to go for $100,000 right after this. Don't go away. Welcome back, everyone, to Wheel of Fortune. So we are going to be playing for $100,000 now. We already have $37,087 banked. Now, once again, the puzzle on the backside is not the actual puzzle, just so you know. So, $100,000 at stake here, down on top of the $37,087. Now, if we don't get the puzzle, we'll add $25,000 on top of that jackpot. But if we get the thing is the next category, correct, I think you might have just saw my card, so you might have just seen what the answer was. But we're going to add $100,000 on top of that. And then we'll add whatever that is to the jackpot. So once again, the phrase on the back of my card is not the actual puzzle. Before I get controversy on that. All right, so let's start with the R, S, T, L, N, and E. Let's go. All right, so now we're going to guess 3 consonants and a vowel. We're going to guess a V, a Y, a B, and an A. All right, every single word except... Oh, wait, you might have just saw that. Every single letter's filled except one. The correct answer is volleyball net. So we're going to add $100,000 on top of the $37,087, making our grand total today of $137,087 worth of cash and prizes. When we add that to the $687,540 jackpot we have. What? Okay. My dad just walked in. Oh, okay. So right now the total jackpot is at $824,627 worth of cash. Now, the prize or whatever the prize is, of course, she'll play for the prize too, which in this round was the trip to London. So $10,337 was how much that trip to London was worth. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining us for this episode. Join me next Monday here on The Ronnie Show. Goodbye, everyone.